community mobbing, but there are other names too, many of them. Organized stalking, they're slow killed by 3 sources that I know of. Each source of slow killing has a different name, but they're all about the same thing, killing of blacklisted people slowly. Here are 3 types of people that kill blacklisted targeted individuals, TIs. Number 1 of 3, the world at large calls it organized stalking, gang stalking, or community mobbing, or other similar sounding names. Number 2 of 3, the Freemasons call it Masonic silent dagger. Some call it slow dagger or secret dagger. Google those terms. Number 3 of 3, Scientology calls it fair game. Once again, these 3 doctrines are essentially the same thing. And now here's a more complete description of each one. Number 1 of 3, the world at large calls it organized stalking, gang stalking, or community mobbing, but there are other names too, many of them in fact, such as weed and seed. And it sounds friendly, doesn't it? But they're weeding out people, they're killing them. This is an unspoken about protocol. Essentially, it's very secretive. Targeted individuals are killed slowly. High-level perps are some slick filth. Many of them trick and lie low-level perps into participating in the dirty work. And even though each individual perp inflicts only 1 of the 1,000 cuts onto a TI to kill them, the perps do participate in the killing of TIs, and each will need to explain their actions to their maker. The block watch filth administer harassment near the TI's home in what is called same time entry and exit as a TI. Each time they come and go to and from their home. But that's just the start of it, because nearly every place that a TI goes, work, the store, etc., even church, I promise you, harassment and slow killing of TIs, targeted individuals, I promise you, it goes on in the churches. People are told lies to get them to participate in the mobbing and slow killing of TIs. Now, that's a very basic summary of organized stalking. But number 2 of 3, the Freemasons, they call it Masonic silent dagger, sometimes slow dagger, secret dagger. Google those terms. There are some advanced Masons beyond the 32nd degree, the 33rd and more, and they're called Shriners, who are Satanists. The women's side of the Mason Shriners, slow killers, are called Eastern Star. These terms may be buried in the Google search results. Anything derogatory will be hard to ferret out, but you will find it with some persistence. TIs get blacklisted after which they are denied employment everywhere. This inhibits their income, and they are slowly killed. Once again, advanced Masons, known as Shriners. Once at the 33rd degree, they believe in Satan. And the women's side of Masonry are called the Eastern Stars. And the reason that I read that a second time is because it disappeared from my text on my hard drive mysteriously. That makes the Mason Shriners and Eastern Stars knowing accomplices of these premeditated murders of TIs, targeted individuals, and to add insult to injury, a TI's own family members are often duped into participating in the slow killing of their own bloodline. Sometimes this killing happens over generations. The killing of a bloodline happens over generations. People are actually tricked into eradicating their own bloodline, i.e. duped into killing themselves eventually. But number 3 of 3, Scientology calls it fair game. They want you to shut up, essentially. They want their former Cylons to shut up.